difference. That you've made a difference. So that's what you get out of it. Plus, it's a nice way to work.
Speaking of the education thing, just on sticking on this, can you name a few teachers in your lifetime that have had an influence on you, not musically, but just in general, the way teachers teach?
Absolutely.
Name a couple.
One of them would have to be Joe Metallo, who also ended up being my high school baseball coach.
Okay.
He was a serious teacher. He taught a course in sports and literature, and I learned from him just the commitment to, doing the job right, listening and absorbing it and doing the job right. Another one was from right here, Professor John Ellsworth. I don't even know if he's around anymore. Nassau Community College, but he was another one that just, there was something about him. He was the cool teacher, there was something about him that when he spoke, you wanted to listen, and he was a communications teacher. So that made so much sense that you had a great communicator as a communications teacher. Interpersonal communications was that course. And, I could probably go on, but I'm drawing a blank. So, yeah, I'm sure I could name a few of them.
Okay. Maybe you'll be that type of thing. Because I didn't know about this.
This is new. It just started. It broke this summer. It was like after Sally Biggs said it. This is the principal. Said it to my wife. It was like, you know what? She's like, you know what? Not only is it's a great way to make money, but she said, you enjoy performing, and it essentially is performing. Why don't you give it a shot? And I'm telling you, there's nothing like a young audience. There's nothing. They're wide. Their eyes are wide open.
Let's be honest. They're just happy to get out of the classroom.
Absolutely, of course they are. I don't care what their motivation is. There's nothing like a young audience. I mean, I remember those days too.
Except they showed us like films.
Right. Well, this is it. I get up and I start off. I don't even say a word. I start right off with a song. And then go into introducing myself and then explaining that song. And then before they know it, they're in the middle of a little bit of a history course, just talking about mostly Woody Guthrie.
Woody Guthrie.
And
what about Pete Seeger? You mentioned him.
Nah, you can't. Because I could do a course on just that. It's only 45 minutes. And one of the teachers that got me into this warned me. She said, "You're not gonna believe how quickly 45 minutes can go if you're on a roll."
Right.
You talk about Arlo Guthrie, you could Woody Guthrie, you can be, you can lose 10 minutes of it right there, just talking about him. So, and then I go into Dylan, of course.
Well, you hit the right ones.
Yeah.
We're with Kenn Morr today here on The Free For All. My name is Rob Leonard. We're here every Sunday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And Kenn is our musical guest today. He has a new album out called Worth Imagining. And he's going to play a song now from that, High and on Empty.
I'm going to play that for you here?
Yeah, well, unless you don't know it.
No, I know how to play it. I just didn't know that. I'm going along with whatever you say. So
now I saw just the title, High and on Empty. And hey, we've done our share. I know your kids are here. They don't know what we're talking about, and but I know what you're talking about, and you know what I'm thinking right now. So, what's the song about? Where'd you come from? Where'd this visit you from?
Well, I'm glad you asked. You're the first one to ask. I've done a bunch of shows promoting this record, and I haven't had a chance to talk about this, so I'm glad you asked. This was inspired by a friend who passed away shortly before I started writing new songs for this record, and he spent a good time of his last probably 15, 20 years fighting alcoholism.
Okay.
And among other things, but alcoholism was really his vice, and unbeknownst to me, continued to be, even after I had met him and we were friends. I later found after he passed that we got so close, believe it or not, we got this close, but yet I didn't know that he was still drinking. And his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend.
So he was a functional alcoholic, basically.
Yeah, around me. Now, apparently what would happen is when in between us hanging out or seeing each other, he was actually one of my sound men for a while. In between there, he wasn't behaving and didn't want me to know that. Thought so highly of me and knew that I felt so highly of him. Just tried to keep it all together and all straight for as long as he possibly could, and fooled me to the end.
Well, yeah, he did a good job then.
Yeah, he did. Unfortunately, because it's ultimately what was what led to his demise. So
he was probably in his 50s, right? Young guy.
Yeah, mid to late 50s, and way too young for that, but not given what he had done to himself all those years. You know?
I mean, we all love our drink and whatever else.
Right.
But, it can't run your life.
No.
That's the bad part about it. Let me just get you some levels. We didn't do any levels here. Hold on a second. Just strum your guitar for a second.
Live radio.
It's in tune, right?
Pretty close. Close enough for rock and roll.
But the E sounds a little off.
No, let me see here.
Just a little.
Let's see how good he is. The E, a teeny bit sharp. You son of a gun. You son of a gun.
Sorry.
All right, now I have to, because it's capoed, now I have to tune the whole thing.
Okay.
But yes, that was the inspiration behind this song, and we did this song a lot this summer, and it's not one of those things that this past summer, and it's not one of those stories that you necessarily get up and tell somebody during a concert. And
Right.
So it's cool that you brought that up, because
Well, I like the song. So.
Thank you.
And, we've all been high and on empty at one point. Ladies and gentlemen, live music on the free-for-all. Here's Kenn Morr with his song called High and on Empty.
It was written on the wall in invisible ink. You're trying not to fall, but it gets slippery on the brink. Can anything be done? Maybe a magic pill to take. Are we having fun? Are you still awake? Another tipsy turn, left rubber on the road. You'd have thought you learned, but nobody knows another's load. Too many bones in there. Someone try and kill the light. We need fresh air, and the sky is white. Flying high and on empty. Someone better bring it down slow. Flying blind on empty. Haven't landed since a long time ago. When the storm is gone and the clouds have cleared, you never know the trip you're on until it disappears. Your dreams were what you wanted, and that's all you'd let us see. Now those dreams are haunted. Looks like they're chasing me. Flying high and on empty. Someone better bring you down slow. Flying blind on empty. Haven't landed since a long time ago. So away you go on a warm spring wind. Next time around, skip skid row, you've already been. The morning birds awoken, you hear her as she sings, not a word is spoken. It's worth imagining. Flying high and on empty. Someone better bring it down slow. Flying blind on empty. Baby, I haven't landed since a long time ago. Now everything has changed, that's the way it goes. You know it feels so strange, the rush and chill cut down to your toes. The warm spring wind blew quiet, it took you on your way like a half-stone pirate out on the rolling bay. Flying high and on empty. Someone better bring me down slow, slow. Flying blind known empty. And I haven't landed since a long time ago. Long time ago. Long time ago. Long time ago.
That is Kenn Morr with a live version of his song called High and on Empty from his latest album called Worth Imagining. And Kenn will be, I keep forgetting the place because I didn't write it down. Where are you going to be Saturday?
The Alphabet Lounge.
January 5th,
Saturday,
2013.
Saturday, January 5th, 2013, 8:30 p.m., Alphabet Lounge.
That's the whole band, not just...
It's the whole band. Bob Gasper, Tom Hagmassi, Pat Ryan, myself, and we'll be following Fathom Blue from Chicago. So get there early, pay the $10 cover, and catch both bands. And
will they be able to get your new album there? Will
yes.
you be
Yes.
selling it?
Yeah, it's also online at kennmorr.com, KENNMORR.com.
You couldn't just be Ken with one N. Yeah.
No.
I know.
Do you know the genesis of that? My old buddy Ray Dariano. You remember Ray Dariano, of course.
He used to work with Soupy Sales.
Right. And
Ray, we're big in the cars. That's what
big in the cars.
That's what Soupy used to say.
In the ratings, right? And only in the cars, of course.
Yes, in the cars.
But he wrote me. He would help me when I first started getting into the music business. Like yourself, he was a big help and a big support, and used to send me things and always write me notes of encouragement and stuff like that. And one day he wrote, "Dear Kenn," Kenn. And my wife looked at it and she said, "Wow, that," because I wasn't ever crazy about Ken because of Barbie, you know. So he wrote, "Dear Kenn," Kenn, and my wife said, "Wow,
You're making this up."
No, it's a true story.
You were Ken when I knew you in college. 2 N's, weren't you?
No. This is 90s, man. This is after the Today album. It was the first time I ever used it. Check out Lost Tales. Check out Following the Moon.
I co-produced Lost Tales.
Right, and it was one N. We're going to sit here and argue over a letter in the alphabet for a good 20 minutes now.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's true. That's Ray Dariano was the first to ever do that, and then it looked so good because it was Kenn and then Morr MORR, so it was a nice, neat little package.
I thought it was to prevent the comparison to Kenn Morr washers and dryers.
No, although that doesn't help either.
No, because it's spelled differently too.
Yeah,
More with an E instead of a second R.
Right.
Oh, anyway, joining us today is Kenn Morr, and we always love having Kenn on. As a matter of fact, the last time Kenn was here was 6 years ago.
How did you figure this out?
I found the tape. I never gave you a copy of it.
Because you never heard the Higher Ground CD. I never came down to promote.
You never came down to promote it.
Yeah.
I leave messages for Kenn all the time. It's like, "Hey, Kenn, it's Rob. How you doing? Give me a call." And then, a week later, "Hey, Kenn, how you doing?"
No calls.
No calls.
But do I email?
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's my mode.
Yeah,
my mode of transportation.
Emails don't count. I hate emails.
No.
You know how many times in my life my emails have been miscommunicated or misunderstood, I should say. I was writing a joke. Now I have to put that stupid colon in parentheses thing to make sure they understand the joke.
Yeah, but even when you're talking to me, I don't get the joke.
Shut
So.
up. We're going to play another song.
Sure, that'd be great.
It's not from this album.
It's whatever, man.
We
It's
got
your
another
show.
hour. We got another hour. So I want to maybe play 6 songs, a couple of live ones.
You're the boss.
Yeah. This next one is Mesa Moon. Another, again, pop song. Pure pop from Kenn. And, on the side there. It's on the sideline.
Yes.
Can we
on the sideline? It's in almost every time I do a set, Mesa Moon.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Is it?
Boys, how often do I play Mesa Moon? A lot.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't seen your music in a while, so. I don't want you to play it. I'm going to play the song.
I'm just showing I know how to play it.
Okay. You still remember Shelter from the Storm?
Absolutely.
So I want you to play that as a cover because I really thought. Wow. I don't know if you can't. If you're not sure of it.
Okay.
So I should have brought it up on off air. Let's play Mesa Moon, music from Kenn Morr. And what album is it from, Kenn?
Coming Home.
Higher Ground.
Coming Home.
Coming Home. I forget. I don't have all the records in front of me today, like I normally do.
I brought them for you, but they're in my trunk.
I thank you. I appreciate
they're
it.
in my trunk.
Because I wasn't even sure if I brought the original record with me, the one Worth Imagining.
Right.
I wasn't even like, did I bring it? Because I played a couple of weeks ago. Then
You lose track.